Impossible. Hi there, my name is Dave Georgeson. I'm the Director of Development for the EverQuest franchise, and today we're presenting the EverQuest Webcast with the prime crew of villains from EverQuest. Thom Terrazas is the producer. Alan VanCouvering is one of the senior designers on the team, and Adam Bell is the lead designer on the team. And we're here today to talk to you about the new Heroes Forge armor system that we're adding to the game soon. When is that going to be, Thom?
August 15th. We're going to be launching it on August 15th.
So right around the corner. Now, some of you have probably heard about this from the forum post that went up day before yesterday? 2 days ago?
Correct.
Anyway, not very long ago. And there was only a little bit of information on there. We have a lot more information, and the system is actually pretty cool, and we're going to end up showing you a bunch of images and stuff today, and we'll have even more details shown on the website later tomorrow. So there will be a FAQ up and then some more images and stuff there, so you can look forward to that. But for today, we wanted to kind of crack it open and talk about just what is the Heroes Forge system and the kinds, reasons why we added it to the game, that sort of thing. So can one of you tell us, say, for instance, exactly what is the Heroes Forge system? Like, what does it give you initially, and how do you get involved with it?
Well, the Heroes Forge system is really an extension of our augment system and the ornamentation system. On every piece of visible armor will appear another augment slot that will be able to receive the ornaments for the Heroes Forge armor. The slot will, to unlock those slots though, you will need a purchase from the marketplace.
Okay, so if I get this right, then basically the augmented system is basically just how you implemented it, right?
Correct.
So when the users go into the game and they buy that first piece of armor, they're pretty much just equipping it regularly, or do they have to do something special?
They don't have to do anything special. We've actually even made the augment system a little easier. You no longer need to use an augmentation pool. You can just directly put your augments right on the item right there.
Oh, that's cool. Is that for everything or just the armor?
That's for everything. So all augments now, you no longer need the augment pool. You can just directly work with the augments directly from the item.
So it's kind of a perk for this new system.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, along with Heroes Forge, we've changed the augment system to make it a lot easier for you to use, so you can switch in and out. So once you get into the Heroes Forge, you purchase it, you're going to be able to get a set of Heroes Forge armor with that purchase, and you can put it on your character, right from the very beginning. And as you go throughout the game, you're going to be able to find more pieces through normal gameplay, and you're going to be able to mix and match pieces. But the cool part about that is you're going to be able to take that item that you just looted and swap it in and out, and you can check the appearance. You can find out what you like better, and if you want dark, light, you can have a lot of fun with that.
Okay, so what you just said leads me to a natural new question, which is, you were talking about swapping them back and forth. Normal armor, of course, has stats and attributes and maybe even abilities and stuff glued with it. Will this new armor system have stats and stuff with it? Are these pieces stat? Are they power?
So the Heroes Forge system is an augment or like an appearance type system. It doesn't have any stats on it, so we're not selling power right now. We're not selling power.
Yeah, it works just like the weapon ornamentations, pretty much. It
Oh.
just makes them look different.
Since you spoke up, and then my next question is for you.
Yes.
So if it doesn't add power, then what happens if you replace, like, say, if I change the breastplate to the new Heroes Forge system? Do I lose power then by my old piece going away?
Nope. You're putting it in a new slot, so you won't be using any of your old augment slots. It will swap just the appearance of your armor.
And that's why you're
Nothing
using
else.
the augment system.
Exactly.
So that basically you're just making it look like a different piece of armor, but you still have all the abilities and stats and stuff from your original armor.
Correct.
That's correct.
So that also implies that you'd be able to flip-flop back and forth between the old and the new looks?
Certainly.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Just by using that augment system?
Yes.
Very
Simple
much.
as
Well, it sounds awfully easy. I'm just asking questions.
Simple is better, so use what people are familiar with.
Okay, cool. So So you've mentioned already, and we mentioned on the forum post, that you have to pay SC in order to essentially enable this new system. And you mentioned also that you get a new basic set, but what else do you get?
You get access to all of the stuff that drops in game.
Okay, how much is that?
Well, how much is that?
Hundreds of pieces of armor, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Once you get, it's true, it's
That's
true.
a lot of
It keeps
hundreds.
going and going. Wow. Well, yeah, we're not doing the total math right now, but you're going to get the Heroes Forge system by buying the system. You're buying a feature. This is the cool part about this system, is and maybe we didn't elaborate on it yet, so hopefully I can add to this. You're buying this. This is a gateway into this system, and after buying the feature, you're going to be getting your set that you can put on. But now you're going to be opened up to many different possibilities of getting new armor, different styles, different colors. We're going to have it dropped in normal gameplay methods through killing bosses, raid bosses, doing missions, doing achievements. There's going to be a trade skill option. So we're trying to cover every area of the game that you can actually get this armor. And it's just going to go on and on. We're going to have the ability to keep adding to this, and that's our plan, is to keep updating this system.
So you're buying a ticket at the gate of Disneyland and walking in and having a whole bunch of stuff that's available to you for one price.
That's right, and you won't be gated at Mr. Toad's Wild Ride to pay anymore right there.
That's the only ride you should be riding
Yeah.
anyway.
It has the longest line.
It's the best ride in the, best ride in the park.
So you go to the marketplace, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, you go to the marketplace, you're going to buy this Heroes Forge armor item, or Heroes Forge system, whatever it's end up calling, and then you get a basic set. I know we have a bunch of pictures and stuff that we're going to show here in a little bit, and so we'll go through all that so that people can see what it looks like. But once you've done that, then how do you get access to the other stuff? What do you actually have to do to use the new pieces that are enabled?
Like you mentioned, you play the game. So you will get it on some pieces will actually be on some actual raid bosses themselves. Instead of in the chest, you'll actually need to loot it from the boss. In the missions, it'll be in the mission chest. Some rare NPCs have a chance to drop them. And we even have some coming from achievements.
How about just regular normal loot?
And in the future, we're working on some more pieces that will be gotten from normal loot. Even level 10 plus just normal NPCs will have a small chance to drop it.
I was just going to ask, is this only in content? But it sounds like it's not.
It's not just in content.
So it's like from 10 up? Or?
Level 10 up.
And we're also going to do trade skills.
And there's one set we've set aside just for trade skills, which of course you can do at any level.
So this is really for everybody then?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, we should probably get into looking a little bit at some of the images, but we definitely want to show that first image because we want to talk about
Those are the ones that you can, kind of see the differentiation on. So we're going to start progressing to kind of take a look at some other sets, unless you got a question there.
No, let's not go on quite yet. So what I'm seeing here is that you have cloth, leather, chain, and plate versions for each of the different sets.
Correct.
Are there any races that they don't work with?
Ah, good question. They work for all races, all classes.
Okay.
It's really equal to the armor type that you're wearing. So you can augment a plate armor with a plate Heroes Forge item.
Okay. So you see different tiers on this diagram that we're seeing right now. What are the different tiers that we're seeing? Like what do those mean?
Well, I think this is really just kind of a visual representation as it keeps growing and growing. And as we add and update to the system, that's just going to keep growing as well.
Right.
So you're going to see the very top, the set that you can choose to wear. Then the next line are different variants of that in color. You've got the ebony, you've got the red, green, purple, blue. And so those are sets that are going to be dropping in the game that you can go chase. So if you want to mix and match, you can. If you want to chase the sets, there's a very good feature that we've added, or we kind of added into the game. It's the achievement system. And so if you collect a whole set of each type of armor, wear it, you will get a new achievement.
Oh, cool.
Ta-da! The
So
nice.
there's new achievements to chase while you're playing this.
You betcha. You betcha.
Now that image does also give a reasonable estimation of how difficult those particular pieces will be to get.
Oh.
Further down ones are harder to get, except for the little thought bubble in the bottom, which is sort of future stuff.
Right.
We don't know that can be at any difficulty, but it's relatively, but it's not directly linear. Like the far right, the green stuff is generally easier to get than the red stuff,
Right.
and the blue stuff is sort of in the middle of difficulty to get.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Okay, cool. Maybe we should point that on the fact when we do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. Why don't we go ahead and start looking at some of the images then, and we'll talk about each of the sets as we go through. So this is, what are we seeing?
Heroes Forge plate.
So this is the basic set. So this is what you get immediately right after you pay for the feature. You automatically get one of either cloth, leather, chain, or plate.
Correct.
And this is the plate version?
This is a plate version. They're all called Heroes Forge, and then it's the armor type. So it'll be Heroes Forge plate, armor, Heroes Forge leather.
So the basic set is called Heroes Forge.
You got it.
Got it.
And what you will actually get when you buy the station cache thing, you'll get a reward set that has all 7 pieces in it.
Cool.
So don't leave your reward set, go claim it right away.
Okay.
And just to address the forums, yes, they fit on all the races.
Guy.
All right,
No.
there's a frog.
Yeah.
They're awesome frog. I have to admit, I think the armor looks amazing on the frog locks.
That's
It's
pretty cool.
Outstanding.
Yeah, well, frog locks are just cool.
Well, yeah, they are cool. Backflipping that plate now.
And that's also the Heroes Forge. Is that also the plate?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
another
cool.
shot of it, different race.
All right. What do we
Pretty
have
amazing
here?
the stuff that our team's done with this stuff.
And then?
Looks like we have sorry, we're all kind of
The
leaning
monitor's
in.
a little far away.
That is the, I'm sorry, the
The
Blood
Blood
Forge. Blood
Oh,
Forge
okay,
set.
so this is not the basic set now.
Correct.
Correct.
So this is a more advanced set. So like we have, correct me if I'm wrong again, but we have the Heroes Forge set, and then there's a bunch of different color variants of the Heroes Forge set that you can
Right.
collect out there in the world.
Correct.
Correct.
And then this is the tier beyond that.
Correct.
Right. This is the next tier. It's the Blood Forge set. So next one is leather on the Heroes Forge set.
Okay, so that was part of the basic set then. This one right here is basic set.
You betcha.
Cool. Heroes
And
Forge.
and here's a female. So
Hey, just to prove we have them. Okay.
It would have been nice if we'd had, like, maybe we should do this side by sides with like the old armor and the new. 'Cause
Well, we'll
it's
have
so amazing looking.
We'll have a bunch of comparisons, and I'm pretty sure that everybody that's watching this right now knows
It's
what
familiar with the old
looks like.
armor. Yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm sure that they're like pretty
Yeah.
excited about what they're seeing. But we'll do some before and after comparisons on the website when we get to it.
And this is the basic cloth, right?
Correct.
That's great looking.
Yeah. Again, I want to compliment our artists on this. This is just amazing stuff.
That's not the basic set.
So this would be the ebon, and I believe that's the ebon leather.
that is one of the different color variations of the Heroes Forge leather.
So this is one of the more common things you can pick up after you buy into the system.
Yeah, and this actual set right here, we've allowed for our trade skillers to create themselves.
Oh, that's the violet one.
Yeah, that's the violet one, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. We're looking at a screen as well, and sometimes the color is just a little off. And there's
Right.
another shot of the violet Heroes Forge.
That's really cool.
I assume that's leather.
Yeah, that is leather.
Aha. So this one right here is our
No.
Valiant. It's called the Valiant set. And as Adam mentioned before, that's one that's going to be a little bit harder to get, probably a little middle of the road.
This one's a mission chest in Vale of Alaris.
And you guys have told me multiple times this is inspired by somebody in particular.
Ah, thank
It
you.
could be, yes. I thought I was supposed to mention it.
No, you're not supposed to mention it, so don't.
Okay, I won't.
No.
No, this is obviously inspired by the color and patterning of Furiona's armor.
Cool.
If you didn't figure that out.
Yeah, I know.
Again, look who we're talking to. Again, fog locks, the tongue thing's a little creepy.
And that looks like the noble version.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just move on from that one.
But that's the noble
That
version.
may be the last time you see that screenshot.
And the noble version, I can tell you the noble version comes from the mercenary achievements from Vale of Alaris.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, a lot of this is going to drop off of Vale of Alaris, and it's not coming for future content. It's going to already be in the game.
In fact, you guys gave me a list of stuff of different things that was available in different ones, and I'll just rattle through some of this. Is that all right?
Yeah.
sure.
You said the Noble set comes from achievements.
Correct.
The Valiant set comes from Vale of Alaris missions.
Correct.
Bloodforged comes from level 80 plus NPCs on raids.
No, rare NPCs.
Oh, just rare NPCs.
Right.
Okay. The Insidious set, where's that come from?
That comes from raid NPCs of level 98 higher, so which is pretty much just Vale of Alaris, but may hit a few of the later House of Thule.
Cool.
Yeah.
What are we seeing here? What's this one?
It's a great shot.
Looks like our Insidious set.
That's sweet looking. Those colors are good.
Yeah.
That's great. So the Insidious set was the N-tier VOA bosses.
Yeah.
Then there's another set that's Sylvan, which is green and silver, right? Have we seen that yet?
We have not seen that yet.
This is still the Insidious set?
Yeah, this is
That's
actually...
not Insidious. It'll be Bloodforged Cloth.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Oh, so that's the Sylvan.
That's actually the Elder
Eternal Grove,
Eternal Grove.
which is the advanced version of the Sylvan.
Yes.
So the Sylvan is rare NPCs level 10 and above, and the Eternal Grove is raid NPCs from 80 plus?
Correct.
And that's the chainmail there, which is really good. Yeah, I like all this stuff. We did want to point out that it was tradable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Have we not talked about that?
No.
No.
Oh, well, that's a pretty key element. So,
Softball.
thanks. Yeah. Who's the host? So you normally buy into the system, and then once you're in, you can go out there and collect all these pieces and everything like that. But do you actually have to buy in to be able to collect the pieces?
No. You have to buy in to wear the pieces. But you can collect the pieces, trade them to other players. Except for the original set you get with your purchase, every other piece is tradable.
So you can play the buy low, sell high game if you
Correct.
want to.
If you want to, yeah.
And then at some other time, if you want to, you can just buy in and be able to start using the pieces.
Right, and
Correct.
if you're unsure, you're not sure you want to buy it, you can still collect it until you decide you want to.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And we even made them, they are attunable, so once you wear them, they're yours, but we did make them heirlooms so that you can trade them among your characters if you wish.
Nice. In addition to what we've shown here, of course, there's a lot more armor pieces that we just didn't have time to grab screens of. And those will be showing up on the website in the near future.
Yeah.
And we'll show all that stuff so people can see it. We'll have a better version of that progression chart so you can see all the different sets that are there and be able to understand exactly what you're getting into. But in addition to what we're showing on those things, the stuff that's being launched, you also have plans on what to do beyond that, right?
Right.
What sorts of things are you thinking on that line?
Like holiday items, like a Santa's hat for, the Frostville holidays, or the often asked for wizard pointy hat.
Sure. What about things like robes?
Yeah,
Robes.
great. Yeah,
Right.
so yeah, we've got robes coming. So along the lines of events or holidays, it's somewhat endless. I think that what we've done here is create a nice avenue for us to add things that people want, like the hats, the wizard hats. Be able to do some special things, like even on the fun side, create a jack-o'-lantern, head or helmet. But you know, things like that. I think it's endless. I think we can have a lot of fun with it, and hopefully the players will too.
We've also looked up like closed face helms instead of those open faced helms you see there.
Oh, cool.
For people that might want that.
People that are embarrassed of
yeah.
an ugly zit, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and
me.
the robes though are still restricted to the classes that can wear robes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So in other words, we've put a lot of time and effort, more than 6 months of development time, into creating this gigantic facelift for the players and giving a whole new loot chase system for what they can do with their characters in game. And it goes pretty much for the whole level range of the game, except for the first 10 levels, which are over before you can blink. Yeah. It's a pretty wild and woolly new facelift for the game, and we're going to be continuing to expand it over time. Is that a fair assessment?
That's a great assessment.
Well, this will be coming soon, and we're going to be sending you a lot more information about it very quickly. We'll have a FAQ up tomorrow. We'll probably have more website stuff later on next week. But you'll see more and more of this as it goes along, and we hope you're looking forward to it as much as we have. The artists have been working on it for a very long time, and it's definitely a labor of love. So thanks, everybody. We appreciate you coming by. Talk to you soon.
See y'all.
So yeah.
Sony.